Well, Maria is hanging out with us this morning, and she has a fascinating look at a growing trend in relationships, older women dating younger men.
Yes, well, there's long been a double standard in age gaps in couples. No one bats an eye when an older man dates a younger woman, but society often judges relationships when the roles are reversed. But now surveys show relationships between older women and younger men are becoming really common. So we sat down with several couples and a dating expert to find out why. It's been called the Mrs. Robinson syndrome, older women going after much younger men. These kinds of couples have been in the Hollywood spotlight for decades, but now experts say they're becoming more mainstream. One survey found 81% of women are open to dating someone 10 years younger than them, and nearly 90% of men are interested in dating someone 10 years older. Matchmaker Julie Spira says she sees it all the time.
Women are now going to be dating like men.
What does that mean, women are now going to be dating like men?
These days, women have the economic power. They've got great careers, so they aren't necessarily looking for somebody to be their equal on a bank statement.
To find out why, we gathered 3 couples whose age differences ranged from 6 years to 16 years to 20 years.
I am 46 years old.
I'm 26 years old.
You may recognize Tracy and her boyfriend Eric from the hit Bravo TV show $1 Million Listing LA. She's a successful real estate agent. He was her personal trainer, and he asked her out. What made you go like, let's go?
The younger girls, they really don't know what they want. They're kind of lost, and then I feel lost, and then I saw her confidence, and I was so attracted by just how she works really hard for what she wants.
Until I met Eric, I went out with a ton of men who were attracted innately to the fact that I was confident, successful, until we were alone. And then it was like, oh, I don't want you to have too much of an opinion. Right? I like the idea of you, but not really.
Teresa and Laquel also make more money than their partners, Colin and Malik. But they say the emotional support these younger men give them is far more fulfilling than having a financial breadwinner.
The more we continued, I realized that he was providing in a different way.
He's providing in a different way. In what way is he a provider?
Communication. I definitely think he's a better communicator than me. I think this generation, I believe that they're more fearless. They're able to say how they feel in that moment, handle it, and move forward.
You know, I'm not concerned with my woman making more money than me at all.
That doesn't threaten your manhood.
No.
I think the younger generation of men see that being a good partner is like, you know, making sure your woman's fulfilled emotionally and mentally and physically.
These couples say the hardest part is dealing with outside judgments, that their relationships are just about sex or money.
They were kind of thinking like, oh, Colin found a sugar mama.
They just think I sit around.
You're a gold digger.
Yeah.
A lot of the judgment actually comes from women. With the movements that have been happening, why now would you choose to judge another woman for embracing her sexuality and her own strength and choosing to date someone younger? That would never be judged by a man dating 30 or 40 years younger.
Do any of you women worry about he's going to wake up and want a girl who's 26?
You know, in the beginning, I think it was definitely a part of our conversation, like, are you going to trade me in for a younger model? And his, answer was, well, you might trade me in for a younger model.
So to some woman who's sitting out there who's in her late 40s, her 50s, her 60s, and who's like going like, what would you say to her?
I say, put yourself out there. Why? The pool is already so small to find the right person for yourself. Why are we making it even smaller? Men don't. Why should women?
Great answer. One study by the Kinsey Institute found that older women and younger men partners report the highest level of satisfaction of any kind of couple. And these couples really show how gender roles are changing in relationships and becoming more fluid for the better. And they were very confident, these women. And I found them incredibly inspiring.
Yeah, I'm curious, have you interviewed any of the women who have kids who maybe have an issue with their mom dating a younger man?
Yeah, you just heard from her. She has two, Tracy, the real estate agent, she has two teenage daughters, and no issue. They're like, we're happy to see our mom happy. And she points out that, Eric is not trying to be their father. He's actually helping them get in shape. So I think that also confirms, kids want to see their parents happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's certainly what they say. And these women are happy. And they really made me rethink what I thought going into the story, for sure.
Brian is actually 6 years younger than me, and we didn't date at first because I'm like, he's 6 years younger than me. He's like still in college, and I'm like in my career. So it all felt weird, that stigma. But then, our friendship just blossomed, and one of those things I noticed, the communication factor, because I'm not that I'm a different generation, but I tend to close off and not talk, and he makes me communicate and talk out your feelings and all that kind of stuff, so I can relate to that.
Yeah, and I love the way the guy was saying that this generation of men see their role in providing in a different way than their fathers. It used to be only there to be a financial provider, and these guys are talking about being emotionally, spiritually, etc.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's really interesting. Thanks, Maria.
You're welcome.
See, Maria said I was going to make some comment, and I can be an adult.
This is where you stop talking.
Anyway, coming up next.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.